What's going on, guys? It is Inkbite Gaming here, bringing you back to the tier listing stuff that I've been doing since the Pokeball one. Um, we are going to do the Scarlet and Violet, which Pokemon I like, which Pokemon I don't like, blah blah blah. But before we get into it, I'm gonna ask, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share with your friends. Any bit helps with the channel. But we're gonna dive right in to see which Pokemon I like and which Pokemons I don't. All right, so far they start off with the Tauros line, which is the fighting, the fire, and the water. I wonder what was the idea behind these bulls. But I will say they sit at a B tier for me. They were cool. They brought back a thing for Tauros, which was so cool. But it's B. Paldean Wooper has to sit at an S tier because he's a special boy, a very special boy. The God, why am I drawing a blank on you? A Sprigatito, that Pokemon line, it sits at. Oh, why am I pulling that out? Where did you just come from? Go down there. You go over here. Sprigatito, in its line, sits at A tier. My boy here sits at a S tier because I loved his design. And Quaxley and his line sits at an A tier. Because again, they were cool and all, but they weren't my favorite. Lechonk was my favorite, and its evolutions were cool as well. The segment Dunsparce, I loved it because it was something new for Dunsparce. Whether it was just a basic design of the original, I still loved it. Either way. We have the spider Pokemon of this generation, which I have to put at a B tier because he was there, but not. I was okay with it. I forget this Pokemon's name, but they sat at A tier as well because it was cool bug fighting, really cool. This Dung Beetle, D. The only cool thing was its evolution. And then we had the dogs here, which they're not complete S tiers, but they are A tier. A tier. And then you had the Flittle, which is a C tier. And then you had its evolution, which was a B tier. And then we had the Girafarig evolution, favorite. Wiglet. I'll have to say B tier for both of you because it was meh to me. Donzo, C. This guy, D, because he kept on running into me. These guys, D, because there's only a slight difference between the two. And I hated that. And this will be put at B tier because it is only a form to when you bring it back to 0 to hero. The olive line I think sat at C tier because I really didn't care too much about him. This guy was definitely, actually no, I think this guy was here because I did like the grass fire typing. I do need to bring this down a bit for me to be able to see the rest of the. If I'm cutting off the top here, I'm sorry. It's just the way I had to crop the video. These guys were definitely a C tier because they're okay. These guys were really cool when we found out what they were and how the The Team Star used these Pokemon as for the stuff. This one was definitely an A tier because he was cool and his ability is cool, but he doesn't put himself at S. These guys, all these guys, are are D tier. There is no F. I wish there was an F. Why isn't there an F? There's so many. Whatever. These guys were just. It's poor design, I would say. Um, these guys were definitely up here on A tier. I'm probably again bringing it down. Get rid of that. The dragon line, the ice dragon, which was cool. These guys are an A because they're cool, but not cool enough. This guy is definitely down here. These guys are definitely down here because they were just garbage. These guys, any of the birds, are in B tier because they're all right, but not all right enough. I mean, all the birds, including the flamingo. All right, so the crab was an A for me. The salt-like Pokemon were all A. These guys, B tier for me. These guys were C tier for me. The dogs are all A tier for me. The tumbleweeds, sorry that they had to be in D. This, no. We'll put you guys at C because you guys were alright, but you were a pain in the ass to evolve. Now we're into the Paradox Pokemon. I liked, and the Donphan stuff, I liked. So they will be at S tier if I can get the other Donphan right away. We'll put them together. I could be calling them by their actual names, but here. The Among Us one was a B, along with the Magneton, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Alright, and these guys, the ones that I left here, are all in A tier. Are all in A tier, all in A tier. Because for one, they're amongst my favorite designs for the Paradox Pokemon. So get that up there. Get that up there. No, not need to go too far down. And there. Okay, now we are down to the Runes Pokemon. So this one was a A tier for me. This was a S tier. This guy was an S tier. And Mr. Fish was a S tier for me as well. So now we are down to the Legends. I did like them. So they will go up into S. I love how they got their bike forms as well. But yeah, I did like the Legends. I just did Violet over Scarlet. Just because... Oh, where did... Oh, there's the bike. I was like, where did the bike go? But Violet, the Paradox for the future Pokemon were kind of cool. I do like most of the ones from the past. Oh, don't need to go that too far. I will say the story on these guys were cool and whatnot, but they went into an A tier. I did use them on my team while playing the game, but they don't make it into an S tier. This guy was, however, in a B tier, but his evolutions make it into an S tier. Make it into an S tier. And then we have the evolutionary line. Well, these are not the evolutionary lines. These are separate things. They were put in an A tier because they were cool, but not cool enough. We have you in A tier because I liked your ability to, once you can just use this at the end of your team once everybody's fainted. Here we go. We have the Squishy Boy. And then we have the Primeape. Primeape was up there. And then we have Walking Wake. Walking Wake was an S tier. And you, however, were in a C because I really didn't care. I wish that they put more. They had the design for a mixed combination of literally all the legends from Black and White fused together in an image. Same with Walking Wake. I'm not saying I don't like Walking Wake, but it would have been cool if it had the Entei, Raikou, Suicune look. Same with Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves would have been cool with the Terrakion, the Cobalion, and I'm drawing a blank on what this Pokemon's supposed to be. Oh boy. Alright. Well, this is my tier list. As we're going from the bottom, this is what my D tier was. It's the basic designs plus annoying with this guy. Basic designs that really didn't change too much. It was basically evolution and whatnot, but I really didn't like them. Same with C and B tier. They were alright, but they weren't like my favorite. And then you get into A tier. They were my favorite, but they were definitely not S tier material. But as we can see, we have our S tier, and they are just beautiful designs all the way around. Just love it. Alright, well, I'm going to end it here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye-bye.